Hey, what's up, everybody? Joshua Danger here, and this is a new broadcast from me. And honestly, this has been a long time waiting for me to come clean with the demons of my past. Everybody kind of knows that this year has been a very, very rough and tumble year, even though I've actually kind of felt that this year has been eye-opening for me. And the fact of the matter is, you never really know what anybody's been through until you've actually walked a mile in their shoes. Um, Me, obviously, you guys know that I have Asperger's syndrome. Me and Batgirljamie have Asperger's syndrome. But there's a lot of shit that a lot of you guys don't know about me. That it's literally taken me years to actually sit here and talk about this because, like I said, when I was 16 years old, I lost my mom. A year earlier than that, I actually lost my dad, my actual biological dad, and I didn't get to know him from the age of 3 all the way up till the time he died. I really didn't know him. And honestly, I was in a very, very fucked up place after my mom's death. And I mean a very, very fucked up place. Like, I rarely ever let anybody into my circle whatsoever. What up, homie? What up, busy? But here's pretty much what I'm saying. At the age of 16, I was doing a lot of I was making a lot of bad life choices. Doing drugs, drinking, because I was in a very, very, very dark place after losing my mother. Let's be honest about that. And honestly, I sheltered my heart away from a lot of people. Even in school, people thought, oh, he seems like a nice guy, which I really am a nice guy when it comes down to it, but I'm not who I really seem to be because I am a very, very guarded person, and even my closest friends know that. I will take my secrets to the grave with me. But like I said, I was doing a lot of drugs and I was drinking a lot of alcohol for a long period of time. Because when you lose your mother and you don't know who your dad is, and you find out that he passed away almost a day and a half before my actual 15th birthday, you really question life with yourself. But let's fast forward. Honestly, I have probably died more times than I can count. I have had a shit ton of suicides in my past. And honestly, when my mother passed away, I actually watched her die. I saw her get hidden. I'm gonna tell the story here. And and honestly, the problem with I actually watched my mother die, trying to get me and my brothers, actually brother and stepbrother, I actually classify him as a stepbrother because my mom and her dad were, his dad were dating at the time. And we were crossing over to our neighbor's house because we didn't actually have a basement to take shelter in during a tornado. So we were crossing over there, and I was in charge of actually making sure that my brother and my stepbrother make it there safely, which and I turned my head for one split second to see where the hell my brother was. My actual half brother. I turned my head, I went the other way also, and I literally watched my mom get hit in the head with a giant tree branch that instantly fucking killed her. And to be totally honest, when you witness something that fucked up, just like you said, Busy, your aunt died of an OD. She died in my bed with me. So I know the feeling, man. I don't deny that whatsoever because that's kind of how you feel. And when you're in that fucked up kind of a place and you actually witness somebody die in front of you, yeah, it changes your entire perspective of life. Especially somebody that is actually considered your friend or your family or something of that nature. When you watch your friends die, and I've watched a lot of my friends die. Matter of fact, I should probably not even be here today. But I'm going to fast forward to today is actually a very, very special day for me. Because 16 years ago, if it wouldn't have been for my brother walking in on me, and finding me in the bathroom, I would actually be dead right now. Because I literally took more drugs than I should have really taken. Because I was looking for an easy way out. Because I was in such a fucked up place that I lost my girlfriend at the time, which I absolutely loved her, and my best friend Riley's sister, who passed away a couple of years ago. Even today, next week actually marks his 2-year anniversary of his death, which I should have been in the vehicle with him because it was actually a 7 Dead Carney show that I was actually performing with him. And I wrote in a girlfriend of mine at the time. But that's another story for another time, for a few minutes later, that I'll tell in a few more minutes. But I was actually living with her, with his sister at the time, and I was in such a drug-addled fucking state that I sat there and I watched her fucking slit her own throat, and I laughed in a freaking when we were both high on fucking acid. I shit you not. So 3 days later, aka today, 16 years ago, today, exactly today, I actually tried to kill myself by overdosing myself. So, needless to say, if it wasn't for my brother actually finding me in the bathroom, I would be dead right now. And I should be dead right now. Because, like I said, 16 years ago, I was in a very, very dark place. Extremely suicidal, and a lot of people don't know this. So, and now I can sit here and I can actually talk about this with you guys. I actually feel like I'm ready to sit here and talk about this, even 20 years after my mother's death. 19 years after losing a girlfriend and a kid that I probably shouldn't have had. Or no, hold on. 1997 and later that year. So 22 years later, I am literally just talking about this situation. And 16 years from the time I should have been dead, I really should have been dead. And, you know, honestly, I actually thank God for keeping me here. Because if my brother wouldn't have found me, I would have been dead of an OD myself. And I know how hard that is to hear, coming from somebody that's actually close to you. And as much shit as I could have went through, I would not trade that for anything. I'm glad I've went through my mental state the way that it went through. You know, I've lost a lot of really, really close friends. I've lost a lot of really close family members. And I think if it wasn't for me losing everybody that I've lost, I probably would have ended my life. And the ones that have hit me this year have actually really, really hit me this year. But I'm staying strong, and I believe that I'm actually supposed to be here for a reason. And I think that's why I can sit here and I can talk about this with anybody. And the fact that losing somebody you love actually hurts for a long, long time. But losing somebody, what up, Boy Blue? I'm actually kind of talking about my personal life transfer from where I was freaking 16 years ago to now. But like I said, my mental health way back in those days, I was not there. And I probably should have died. And I was looking at the rock stars that I grew up with, the Ozzy Osbournes, the Nikki Sixxes, the guys that have actually come close to dying and haven't died, have died and came back from it. I came back from it. And I think now I am actually a stronger person because of my beliefs and what I've actually been through. And to be totally honest, I wouldn't trade them for anything. All the drugs I've ever done, all the shit that I've ever drank, there's a reason I'm still here. And I'm still kicking. And I'm still trying to be a better person for her. See, everybody can actually relate to that. I remember when I was 99, I was probably closer to death than I even knew. I was playing in a band called 20 Dead Flower Children at the time. And we were doing a lot of shows with Korn, Cold Chamber, the new metal guys. We were pretty much touring with every single one of those. And we were touring through the States every weekend. Every week. And I was doing lines and lines of cocaine. Stacking them up mountains high. Not crack, but real cocaine. I was drinking a 30-pack of beer every night, plus 2/5, plus a lot of shit. Every night. Tons of drugs, tons of alcohol, tons of everything. Excess. You live in a life of excess when you play in bands. And now that I can actually come clean about that, it's actually a pretty big thing. Do I promote it now? Fuck no, I don't. But if you're going to do it, be responsible about doing it. Me, I was not responsible enough to handle that shit. Just like I wasn't responsible enough to handle my mom's death. I wasn't responsible to handle my anger. I was not responsible at all for my life. And the fact that I had even more irresponsible friends wasn't helping my excess. And the fact that I could have been killed by fucking drug dealers. I could have been killed by my best friends. I could have been killed by anybody that seemed fit to fucking kill me. And yet, I'm still here. The moral of this story is, if you think you're going to die and you're going to end up, or you're going to fucking kill yourself doing something,